Good morning. Now it is a little bit damp outside, so I thought I'd actually give you an update on this tractor and where we are with it because it hasn't gone to plan. I think we've done 3 videos on this already, and some people in the comments will be going, "Told you so," which is fine. Just let us know, "Told you so" in the comments if you thought this, because we have made some mistakes, but at the same time we took a risk and it hasn't paid off. So I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm actually filming this video on the brand new iPhone 17. It was time to update my phone, which was an iPhone 15, and I thought, do you know what, let's jump straight for the 17. Josh, my co-presenter on Machinery Nation on the other channel, has got the iPhone 16, and that was amazing. So we thought, do you know what, let's go for 17 on this, because a lot of people ask us what we film with, how we film, what we do on here and on Machinery Nation. Now, most of the videos on this channel I film with an iPhone, just because it's in my pocket, it's nice and easy, and it's just simple. We haven't got to carry around a load of stuff when we're actually doing sort of work. Now, it's quite hard when you're actually trying to do jobs and projects to carry around all the gear and everything. Now, some videos on here I do film with other stuff, but on the Machinery Nation channel, we film with different cameras and different equipment and everything, although we do film some stuff with iPhones. I'll show you what other equipment we film with in a minute, actually. I'll go in the office and show you what we film with on there. But at the moment, I'm just filming this with the camera, with the phone held up in front of me, no mics or anything. I have got some mics in my pocket, which I will put in a minute just to see what that's like. So I wanted to have a bit of a practice today with it, see what it's about, make sure we get everything, all the settings right and everything for this compared to the old one. Now, as with iPhones, there's very little difference on them as a sort of a day-to-day job, but with the cameras and everything, they've been upgraded. Now, this camera here, which is obviously a front-facing camera, I'm looking at the screen, hence why sometimes you see my eyes travel across, because I'm looking at myself rather than the little green light on the left. The front camera's never been very, very good, so this one hopefully is going to be a lot better. So it's good in one way, and also it's got zoom up to, I think, ×8, something like that, so I don't know when we're going to use that, but it's hopefully going to be better than what we have had before with the iPhone 15. So anyway, let's show you this tractor, and then I'll show you our other camera equipment and everything as well. Now, if you haven't watched our previous videos, bought this little Sammy Dorado 86 in an auction. When it turned up, we found out that it didn't have a clutch. So anyway, just gave it a quick check through, everything seemed fine, thought, okay, let's just order the clutch up and get that done. Mike installed the new clutch, brilliant, fantastic, worked perfectly. Anyway, on testing the clutch and him running everything up to make sure everything was fine, he found out that the previous owner, or the person who put the tractor into auction, had, shall we say, hidden a little bit of relevant information, and that is the fact that there was water in the oil and oil in the water. And they'd obviously flushed it through and put fresh in to hide that from any suspecting buyers. And that didn't even show up once we had done our initial tests and check over when we first got it. So we ended up, or Mike ended up stripping out the top of the engine to get to his, should we say, diagnosis of that it was the head gaskets. The heads were all fine, all of that, but it was a case that the head gaskets were old and they had old sort of decrepit O-rings within those head gaskets, and he was like, that's just probably the cause of it. Now, for 5 days then, once he had put all that back together, he had put before he put that back together, for 5 days, he put water in the system, he pressurized the system and left it for 5 days to make sure that the sump didn't fill with water, and the water level that he had filled it up with did not drop a bit, not a bit. So he was like, no, I think the liners are fine. Now, when we put that video out, everyone in the comments said, while you were in there, I'd have checked the liners, which means dropping the sump out the bottom of the engine. So you can see there's a big bit pan missing here, which would be the oil sump in the bottom. Now, that's not the easiest thing to get out. And then he came in and goes, there's more problems. It's not looking good. There's still oil mixing with more water in the oil. So he goes, there's more problems. And when we put that video out, everyone, well, not everyone in the comments, a lot of people in the comments said, you should have checked those liners. Those liners are known and prone to be a problem. And we didn't know that was a problem on these engines. So anyway, he's dropped off the sump. He's opened it all up, pressurised the system again, and there's a crack on one of the liners. So he's now stripped out everything. So if I move this lovely piece of dust protection, oh, minding those, there we go. We can now look all the way down through to the floor. There's just a block there now. So the liners he's taken out, so there's 4 liners in through here, 1 in each cylinder. And liner seals sit on the bottom there. So it could have just been liner seals, but it is actually a cracked liner. So let's go and find that, see where he's put that, and I'll show you on there. Right, so here are the bits. Oh, we've only seemed to have got 3 liners. That's 1, 2, that's 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's liner 1, that is the problem. You see the imprints there? Perhaps Mike's taken it home for a souvenir. There's a new beer can holder, I don't know. Anyway, there's your liners. There's your liner seals on the bottom, and these have got 2 seals. Apparently some have got 3. These have got 2. Obviously you've got your pistons and everything else there. There's the new head gaskets that we put on, so we're going to have to buy 4 more of them again, and put 4 more of them on again because they work on a compression sealing way. There's probably a better term for that. Yeah, look at the little turbo let. Yeah, and there's your sump, which Mike's cleaned it all out, got it all sorted. Everything's all ready there. I wonder what he's done with that other liner. So I'd like to show you the crack in that, but I've got a little clip here that I took with Mike the other day, which is in vertical format, of the liner leaking when he is pressurising it.
There itself, because he's cracked. He's cracked around the bottom of the block, which is nice, isn't it?
I just hunted everywhere for that liner and I cannot find it. It's not in the tractor. Don't know where he's put it. Anyway, on to do a bit more testing with this phone. So that's the update on the tractor. We stripped it apart for the clutch. Boom, done. Stripped the engine apart to do the head gaskets. Boom, more problems. Everyone was right. It needed the liners checking, and 3 of them are fine. 1 of them is cracked, but I think you should replace all 4. You might be able to get replaced with 1. I don't know, but I think the general consensus would be to change all 4. So waiting for some prices back from Blakewell's for the parts for that, and then hopefully Mike will get that all sorted in the next video. As I said in the last one, will be us testing this tractor, putting it through some work to make sure it's all A-OK. So let's go outside, put the mics on, because I wanted to find out what this phone's like just without any mics on it for things and everything. So let us know what you think about the quality in the comments. So yeah, let's film outside and then I'll show you the camera equipment that we film with on Machinery Nation and whatever. Right, so mic attached and we're outside and it's a little bit windy. So another little test, which will show you Max is down the bottom there moving his electric fence. Because we're trying to make the most of grass everywhere at the moment, as best we can. Here's Max's 2 ram lambs he bred this year. It's 2 beautiful Suffolk ram lambs. This is Jeffrey, that's Gerald. No, the other way around. This is Gerald, that's Jeffrey. Anyway, let's see this zoom, shall we? So Max is down there with his buggy. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Look at that, that's mad, isn't it? I think that's what, 140, 120 metres away? It's crazy. Look at this weed in this field. We're desperate for some lime at the moment, so I'm trying to sort out someone coming to spread some lime. Apparently these thistles have been sprayed off 3 times now. Look at them growing back. So annoying. Here's the ewes. All going to ram soon. Molly's new Dorsets. She's got 2 of these. One's called Dolly, one's called Darcy. Darcy and Dolly. This is Wally. Let's hunt them down with a zoom. What are you doing, Wall? Turn around. I don't want to look at your bum. What you doing, mate? Hey? Good old wall. What you doing, wall? So we're out in the rush field now. You can see how much these rushes are growing back, look. But we've not had 2 dry days, or even 1 dry day, to be able to get in and spray them. So I really wanted to spray them before they were this big, really. So we might top them again if it does get dry enough, but we'll see. And then this hedge is the one we're going to lay this winter. That zoom is crazy. Very impressed with it so far. That's quite good. Right, let's get back to the office and I'll show you what we film with normally on Machinery Nation and some other advances we've made in the world of cameras. So this is where I do all the editing computer. Pretty fast jobby, which we've had probably probably 5 years now since we started doing YouTube. But it's been doing all the editing since. And then here we go, here's our setup. Now 90% of our videos on Machinery Nation are now filmed on this, which is a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. When we first had this, I absolutely hated it. I didn't like the feel, I didn't like the depth of field of view, and I just didn't like it, but we have got really used to that now. Now you can film with this one in vertical like that, or in horizontal like so. Yeah, it's just a nice piece of kit. It's very easy to use, and Alex, who does a lot of our filming for Machinery Nation, gets on really, really well with it. Now, he used to film a lot more on the iPhone, but this actually has really helped us take that to the next level. If I can turn it off. There we go. GoPro Hero 10, I think that is. Is that a 10? Could be, something like that. Just use that for shots where we need to stick it to a window or stick it to a machine or something like that. Very seldom seen for us to actually film a video on those now. We have got a 360 camera somewhere as well, an Insta360. Never really got on with it, don't use it. If anyone wants to buy it, let me know. And then recently I've just upgraded to this Sony ZV-E1, which is known as a vlogging camera. Very expensive bit of kit, very expensive lens. But that's sort of taking our videos again on Machinery Nation to the next level again now. So we've done a few videos with that. Video coming out this week of Milwaukee, which is filmed on that one. But yeah, otherwise it's just sort of, well, we've got a very old DJI Mavic Mini drone, which is basic, but it does what we want it to do at the moment. It'd be nice to have something a little bit more technologically advanced that tracks us and all that, but we haven't, but that does what we need it to. Yeah, that's about it really. That's all of our gear. And then yeah, on the Machinery Nation we also film with iPhones, but we tried not to do that as much as we used to. Most of our vertical content now is filmed on Josh's iPhone 16. So the quality on that is pretty good, can't complain. We used to film everything on proper cameras like that Sony. We used to have lots of Panasonic Lumix cameras originally, and then we went across to iPhone because we were just trying to do it ourselves, probably beginning of 2024. Most of 2024 videos were filmed on iPhone, and now we sort of just tried to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. But if you're looking to do YouTube videos, your iPhone's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Only when you really come to editing, and that's where I probably really like these cameras, especially the Osmo and the Sony, because you've got much more depth to be able to play with. So I think if you're just recording and uploading, you're not really editing. So we say you're just top and tailing the clips, then iPhone's absolutely fine. I've got no problem with that at all. And some people say, oh, you film all your videos with iPhones? So what? These videos are only just top and tailed. I do very little editing to them, whereas the Machinery Nation videos, we play with the colour grading, with the sound, the audio, everything like that, trying to make sure that they are as good as they possibly can be. Don't get me wrong, we do make mistakes. They're not perfect. I wouldn't call us experts in this field whatsoever. We still just pick up cameras and film. But yeah, you can upgrade and spend thousands of pounds on cameras, or you can just use your iPhone like we do on these videos. That's more Machinery Nation. So yeah, anyway, let us know in the comments if you film at all or thinking about filming or everything. But yeah, it's an interesting world. So I'm just here editing this video that you're watching. You can see that there. Look at, oh, I can't zoom this out. Max has just rang me to say I'm stuck in the buggy. Can you come rescue me? So I thought, do you know what? let's put it into this video. So let's go and rescue him. I think we're going to need a couple of these and the weapon of choice. Oh mate,
Yeah.
what's going on? You got a bit of wheel spin there, look.
Even though we've had like the driest summer on record for a minute, it's still not drying up.
Quick question,
Yeah.
why can't you reverse out?
Well, it's good for the video. Gets people watching.
Oh, I see, right, you want to do this for video purposes?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, am I pulling you?
I just about made it through last time when I was doing my bottom strand.
Yeah.
This time.
So you're putting your fence up all the way through here, look, before we lay the hedge so you can get this stocked, yeah? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Because the grass is growing back.
Grass is growing. There's a bit of grass in here now, isn't there?
Mm.
Yeah, lovely.
Good
Well,
enough for the use.
you're going to see if you can reverse out. Let's see you spin your wheels.
All right. I need diff lock. If I had diff lock, it'd come out. But I don't have diff lock.
Will it reverse out then? Let's see if it will reverse out. Ah, look at that, look. It's going to happen again when you get through there again though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on then. Ah, unbelievable. He's still spinning.
Got through it.
Now I think the only other update I've got at the moment for you is the office build, which was up here and now down here. Footings all dug out, shuttering nearly complete. I'm just waiting for building control now to come and sign that off for me, and then once they've done that, we can get concrete done and then we can start going upwards. So yeah, very happy. Thank you very much for watching. It's been more of a video about me testing this camera and updating you on a few things. So terribly sorry if it wasn't quite what you were looking for, but join us for future ones if you want. Cheerio, bye.